music and songs and sexy dudes. It was great. Yeah, we actually played New York City 2 days ago. Flew out yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, 3 days ago.
I don't know. It was yesterday. Yes.
Yes. So day before yesterday, we finished in New York City. Flew out yesterday, and now we are here. It was amazing. We got to reconnect with a lot of the Chiodos fans in the States, introduce a lot of our new record, Devil, and it's going pretty amazing, pretty overwhelming. Right now, my favorite song to play live is 3 AM off of our new record.
I'd say Old Fish Lips is Dead Now off our new record. It's been a lot of fun to play. Both those songs have gotten a lot of good crowd reaction. Probably the most from the record. It's just a lot of fun to see the crowds accepting our new material.
Yeah, for sure. I just covered Timothy by Jet. I really liked that song. That made me really happy. Full band, I'm not a big full band cover. I don't like covering bands full band, but acoustic I like covering.
Yeah, it's always like probably a fun challenge to do something that sounds nothing like us, you know, like something classic rock or maybe even like a 50s pop song or something. I don't know. I don't think about it.
I have no idea. This is my first time at Slam Dunk, and I got here like 20 minutes ago, so I can't really tell you. But I can tell you that I've never seen a basketball court in England, and so it's confusing a little bit. But I'm obsessed with basketball, so just the fact that that Slam Dunk is being used, the term, the fact that I see everybody holding basketballs in the press and things like that, that is my favorite part about it so far. But hopefully the shows and the crowds are cool. I'm hoping for a cool festival experience. It isn't really difficult, you know, because I think people have this misconception that it's like I'm in like 10 different relationships or something, when all it is like when you hang out with people, you don't always hang out all at once and spread yourself thin, right? And that's all music is. I get in a room full of my friends and we make music. Different friends, different sounds of music. Right now, Chiodos is really the only thing I'm doing. I play my guitar a lot when I'm alone, and every once in a while I'll grab my guitar and play for kids online, and that's pretty simple, you know, because I only really play with Chiodos like an hour out of the day. Plus, I'm a really creative person. Every time my cup fills up with living, I like to pour it out, you know what I mean, and create. So. Yeah, I mean, I never want to stop creating. A lot of my idols do a lot of music, Mike Patton, Trent Reznor, people like that, and I never want to stop creating. But labels hold you to certain standards, like the Chiodos record. It was our first one in 7 years, right? But you're only really allowed to release music as like that band every couple of years, and I need to release music quicker than that. So labels stamp it, brand it, send it out, sell it as this different brand, but really it's just a group of my friends getting together. So it's not really very difficult for me. It's not like I'm touring with all of them or anything. That would be hard. I think it's helped round us out really well. I think it's like brought us, well, first of all, the whole process of doing it, I think brought us together. But I would say that it's really rounded our sound out, because I think the fact that we did, you know, a lot of that post-hardcore stuff before people were doing it, and then we did this really progressive album in Bone Palace, and then we did this well-rounded, solid rock album. I think it rounds our discography together. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, as a band, it was kind of like a turning point, like a rite of passage of we're actually doing this all again together. So I think like inward chemistry-wise, it's a totally different thing now too, and we've all grown up a lot over the past few years, and I've learned a lot of things, and we're applying that to our outside lives and our band life, and you can tell a difference in our chemistry and our lifestyle because of that.
festivals are awesome because there's all different eclectic type of bands. Bands that people really aren't too stoked on in the States get larger slots over here and play for more people. So it's always really cool to see how the culture accepts different styles of music. And it's always cool to be able to visit with fans over here that are from a completely different culture as well. But ultimately, I really like the music, the different eclectic music. Different music is accepted over here, and I think that's really cool for me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have all ends of the spectrum being covered today. It seems like from pop punk to older like ska punk to new like metalcore, you know. So it's very cool that everyone can come with such an open mind when, like you said, in the States, a lot of people are more jaded and have short attention spans and don't accept a lot of things from the past, like to still be relevant. And it's really cool to see that everyone still accepts everything so well.
Oh my gosh, UK bands? I'm not even really sure, to be honest. I'm still listening to Pulp. I have no.
I'm a sucker for the 1975, but that's really the only one that I'm.
Not really, I don't think. You
Not
think
too
so?
cramped, but cramped slightly.
We've been doing this for so long.
Yeah, I mean, we know how to work off each other enough.
Yeah. I guess sometimes people get in the way, but usually that brings us, like, when we're on a crammed stage like that just brings us out in the audience more, you know. We find a way to make it work. They're typically just inside jokes. We think that it really is important that we could be taken so seriously if we had serious song titles, and that's not really us as human beings. We want to connect to the fans, and you know, our albums are always representations of who it is that we are at that moment, kind of like a quick photo book of years of our life. And I think that the song titles, throwing those in with these lighthearted inside jokes are really important, because I think it helps show the diversity of our personality, and nothing bothers me more than when someone just throws the couple words from the tag onto the song title. Sometimes I think it's necessary artistically, but sometimes it just feels like it's kind of a phone-in thing.
Yeah, we like to let the song speak for itself, not the title speak for the song. So.
Good. It was kind of scary at first, like, you know, because I had to, like, in order to make art, you have to be vulnerable, you know, and being vulnerable around, you know, people that you have such heavy disagreements with, can be really difficult, I think. So in order to do that, we had to have some, like, difficult conversations, and we're still having them. I mean, it's not like rainbows and puppy dogs or anything. But in order to coexist with 5 other people the way that we do, staying so constantly out on the road, like, we really haven't had time off since, like, the beginning of February. And the best way to maintain that is to communicate. But communication is, like, really difficult when, you know, you have so many different personalities. Some people handle it better than others. Some of us are a bit more confrontational, but no one really enjoys having to speak about discomforting things. But every time we do, we grow. And on this last tour, we were able to sit down and have some really heavy conversations that I think speaks loads for our maturity as a band, and I think it speaks loads for where it is that we're headed. It really generally seems like everybody's slowly opening up and becoming more comfortable with expressing their own thoughts. That way everybody can kind of touch the ball, so to speak, and be really hands-on in this. So for me, that's all I really ever wanted, and I just wasn't in the right place before to handle it, I don't think, and now I am. So, I mean, things are definitely better in the Chiodos world than they have ever been in any other band I've ever been in. You know, it doesn't mean that we don't, like, hit speed bumps every now and again, but everyone does. But I don't think the communication has ever been better in any band I've ever been in before. So that I think says loads. So I'm really excited and looking forward to the future. I think Devil is just one step forward for us from a really long journey